Today is going to be a swift practice, and we will hopefully allow our breaths to fuel our movements. So what we're going to do first is we are going to start with breath of fire. And hopefully that'll get our heart rate up so that when we get into our flow, it'll be much easier. So with breath of fire, what you want to do is you want the inhale to be passive and the exhale to be sharp. So it'll sound like this. So what we're going to do, first put your hands on your belly, take a deep breath in, and practice drawing that navel to your spine as you breathe out sharply. Then as you expand your abdomen, the breath will be automatic. So we're going to do this for about 30 seconds. So breathing in and out. And don't breathe out through your mouth. I didn't mention that earlier, and my demonstration actually showed me breathing out of my mouth. So we're going to breathe out of our nose, but don't clench your jaw. Keep your jaw nice and loose. That should actually give you really just a boost in your feeling, the way you're feeling right now, so that you're able to just get right in and get to it. So we're going to start with cat-cow just to get a little bit of spinal flexion. So make sure that your hands are just below your shoulders and your knees are just below your hips. And what we want to do is make sure that our feet are really digging into the mat as well as your hands. And we're going to breathe in as we go into cow and out as we go into cat. Breathe in to cow, breathe out to cat. Breathe in for cow and out for cat. Breathe in for cow and out for cat. Now what we're going to do is go to the head of our mat. So you can just lift up into like a half downward dog. Have your feet hip width apart. And then we're going to stand up tall in mountain position. And we're going to do a sun salutation. We're going to do 2 rounds. So the way we're going to start is we're going to sweep our hands down to come up above our heads, breathing in as we do so, and breathe out as we go directly into a forward fold. Then breathe in as we go to halfway lift, breathe out as we lower down. Now we're going to take our left foot only and place it behind us. Go down to your knee and have your foot, the top of your foot resting against the mat. And we're going to look forward and breathe in. Then curl those back toes under. Let the right foot join your left so that we are in plank. Then lower halfway, chaturanga, and then shift forward to up dog. Then we're going to breathe out as we go up to down dog. Now we're going to step forward to the mat, rise up, hands above our heads, back down to our forward fold, lift up to halfway lift, flat back, breathe out as we lower down. This time we're going to step our right foot back, lower your knee to the mat, Place that right foot on to where the top of the foot is against the mat. Look forward and breathe in. Then hands to the mat, curl your back toes under. Let the left foot join the right in plank. Lower halfway, shift forward and up to up dog. Now breathing out, back to down dog. And we're going to do that same sequence, but this time what we're going to do is we're going to lift our left leg up to the sky, bring that foot up into a low lunge. Then we're going to step that back foot up and rise up, hands above our head, directly back down to our forward fold. Breathe in as we lift halfway. Breathe out as we lower. And this time, our left foot is going to go back rather. And we're not going to lower our knee to the mat. We're just going to look forward. Then rest your hands on the mat. Step that right foot back to plank. We're going to lower halfway, shift, and up to up dog. Then we're going to curl our toes under and peel our hips up to down dog. So it's a bit of a change up to our last sequence. Now we're going to lift that right leg up to the sky, bring it forward and up, look forward. And this time what we're going to do is shift that back foot so that your toes are pointing to an opposite corner in the room. And we're going to go into Warrior One. So from your center, you want to move from center, and you want to squeeze your thighs to the center line. And we're going to rise up to our Warrior One. So this is going to help us with strength that we need to be able to embrace change. And we're facing forward because no challenge is too great. Then we're going to shift to Warrior Two. Then raise that right hand up to the sky, straighten your leg, and back to Warrior Two. Then down to the mat. We're going to go into a twist. So place your left hand on the mat and raise your right hand up to the sky. Then we're going to lower that hand and step that right foot back directly to down dog again. Now we're going to raise our left foot, bring that foot up to the front, shift your right foot so that your toes are pointing in the opposite corner of the room, squeezing your thighs to the center line, lift up to Warrior One. Hold strong, suck your navel to your spine, then cartwheel to Warrior Two. Then lift that left hand up to the sky, straighten that left leg, and back down to Warrior Two. Cartwheel back down to the mat. Place that right hand on the mat and lift your left hand up to the sky. And then lower. Then we're going to step that left foot back and back to a down dog. Now, what we're going to do with this down dog is we're going to straighten out to plank. So you want to breathe in as you do that and breathe out as you lift your hips up and back to that down dog. So lower and lift as you breathe out. So breathing in and out. Breathe in and out. Now, lower your knees to the mat, and we're going to go into child's pose. So you want your knees together, and what we're going to do is, as if we're trying to paint our mat, we're going to sweep our hands back behind us, palms facing to the sky, and rest your forehead on your mat. We're going to take a few deep breaths. Breathe in and out. You can breathe out through your mouth to help release some of the heat that we built up. So breathe in and out. One more time. Breathe in and out. Now rise up slowly, cross your ankles, and go back and have your feet out in front of you. And what we're going to do is we're going to lower slowly. So you can have your hands out in front. You can point your toes or have your feet flexed. And then bring your knees up to your chest and give them a big hug. And we're going to go into Happy Baby. So with Happy Baby, you're kind of in a position that it's basically just submitting. And I know that seems like an oxymoron since we're working on embracing change, but it's also really important to be able to just submit at times as you're embracing that change. So what you want to do is grab the outside of your feet. Now you can choose to do just one foot at a time, but if you do both at the same time, what we're going to do first is take that right leg and straighten it. And you want to be pushing with your feet and pulling with your hands. So take that left leg and straighten it. So you're getting a lot of action here by pulling and pushing at the same time. So straighten that right leg. And the left leg. Now we're going to go into recline cobbler's pose. So have the soles of your feet together. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your stomach. And we're just going to take a few breaths here. So breathing in deeply and out fully. So you really want to empty your lungs. And breathe in. And empty your lungs. Just breathe out until you have no more air. And now we're going to straighten our legs and end this practice in Shavasana. So when you go into Shavasana, it's submitting once again. You don't want to have any muscles engaged at all. You just want to completely melt into the mat. You don't want to be holding anywhere. If you find that you're gripping your fingers a certain way, just try to let them go. Don't try to hold your feet up. Just let them fall to the side. And we're going to end our practice here. So I hope that you are getting a lot of physical benefit as well as emotional benefit. with practicing yoga, and it's a wonderful tool. I always like to say that movement is medicine, but yoga helps with arthritis, it helps with circulation. It's just a wonderful tool to help us age gracefully. So I'll see you again next week. Bye.